When it comes to exercises for tennis elbow, it's simple enough to figure out which ones to do. The hard part is knowing when to do them. If you do them at the right point in your healing process, they should help your recovery, no question. But if you do them at the wrong time or in the wrong way, they can just as easily aggravate your pain, worsen your injury, and set you back weeks in your recovery. Why is that? This is Alan Willett, your tennis elbow tutor from Tennis Elbow Classroom, and I'm about to explain why exercise can aggravate your injury and how to avoid that. So first of all, what's the typical advice you would get from a well-meaning physical therapist, athletic trainer, or other exercise specialist if you're to ask, when should I start doing exercises for my tennis elbow? Many will tell you you need to get the inflammation down first before exercising. But that's a major misconception because inflammation is actually part of your healing process and not your enemy. I call this myth the inflammascam, and I'm constantly debunking it because it's just so pervasive. The danger is, if you do succeed in stopping all your inflammation, you've actually succeeded in stopping your own healing process. Many exercise authorities will also advise you to rest for quite a long time before attempting any exercises, especially if you're in pain. And I know this goes against the common wisdom once again, but rest by itself is often overrated. It can be totally useless because it doesn't necessarily help your healing process. I can guarantee you, based on my experience treating so many of you, that countless tennis elbow sufferers have been shocked to discover the pain often returns with a vengeance. After weeks or even months of rest, the pain just comes right back once you pick up your racket, you return to your work, or you try to do those tennis elbow rehab exercises. Nevertheless, some exercise experts will tell you to just do it. Just start doing the exercises now. What are you waiting for? No pain, no gain. They seem to think exercise is all you need to strengthen your way to recovery. And I'll be the first to admit that can sometimes work, especially for less serious cases. But unfortunately, a lot of people hurt themselves following that advice. It often takes more than just exercise or rest followed by exercise to recover from tendon problems like tennis elbow. The big problem here is that none of these recommendations take into consideration how the healing process works with tendons in real life. And here's something almost no one really seems to understand. You'll be way ahead of the crowd once you get this. Tendons heal very slowly and sometimes not at all. Think of how your skin heals from a small cut or a scrape. A scar forms, the wound closes, and the scar gradually fades. You can count on seeing the steady, automatic progress of healing over several days or weeks. It's very consistent and predictable, isn't it? Not so with tendons. When it comes to tendon injuries, the healing process is really slow. And that's if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, it can simply stall on you, which is why resting is often completely useless. Often little or nothing happens. Or worse, the tendon breaks down, which is called tendinosis. It means a degeneration condition, but let's not get too deep into that right here. The point is that the healing of the tendons involved in tennis elbow is notorious for grinding to a halt if it even gets started in the first place. And it can remain stalled and incomplete, not just for a few weeks, but often months or even years. So the key thing with exercise is that it's most beneficial and effective when it's done during the middle to the later stages of healing and repair. Of course, that means there has to be some healing and repair of the tendon first, before exercises will help make that repair stronger. And neither resting or waiting for pain and inflammation to go away guarantees that much, if any, repair will happen at all during that time, especially if you've been suppressing your natural inflammation response with pills, ice, and cortisone shots. And always keep in mind that your muscles heal and get stronger much faster than your tendons. And although those exercises may be just right for your muscles, your tendons may not have healed at all, so they can't handle the stress of that increased load. Which is why so many tennis elbow sufferers learn the hard way when they try to start the exercises too soon that it really aggravates their pain and flares up their injury. So what do you do if that happens? What do you do if your tendon healing seems to have stalled? Is there anything that does help those tennis elbow tendons repair themselves? In my opinion, the best treatment to help the healing process has to include hands-on direct manipulation of those tendons. If the healing process in a tendon is stalled, you need to stimulate that tendon a lot to keep the circulation coming and the healing process going. Now, I don't believe there's a better way than treating the tendon by hand with the right therapy. Now, not massage really, I'm talking about something a lot more focused. And the best news is you can learn how to do this for yourself. A few minutes a day with the right targeted muscle and tendon therapy techniques can accomplish what months of resting, hoping, and waiting fail to do. Keep the healing process going. When the healing process is going strong, then exercise will help strengthen the muscle and the tendon, and not just aggravate your tennis elbow injury. I hope this gives you some really solid insight. There's a lot more where this came from in my tennis elbow classroom. I have more free videos, articles, and my essential ebook, Escaping the Tennis Elbow Triple Trap, waiting for you to download for free at tenniselbowclassroom.com. I look forward to showing you how the healing process really works, so you know what to do to help your tennis elbow heal, instead of running around in crazy circles, chasing your pain with the latest remedy, trick, or cure without result. And yes, I do have tennis elbow exercises to share with you. They're part of my premium video self-help program, where I'll guide you through simple, easy to follow steps. Most importantly, on how to treat your tendons by hand with the right therapy to get that healing process going again if it's stuck. Just follow my unique sequence of therapies, stretches, and exercises, at the right time of course, to break your vicious tennis elbow cycle and heal it 100%. Take the first simple step by clicking the link below to tenniselbowclassroom.com and getting your free PDF ebook and more helpful free tutorial videos. But before you go, please take just a second and rate this video. Give me a thumbs up by clicking the like button below if you've enjoyed watching this on YouTube or somewhere similar. And please throw me a question or comment below if you have one. Thanks.